Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornado Football. I'm Bob Ells along with Warren Aldermore and Wayne Brokenshire. Parents' night at the Silver Bowl. The Red Tornadoes host the Shikellamy Braves. I'm out of breath, Wayne.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I had to run up the steps just to get here to get that
from the
started.
50-yard line. I know that's a lot of exercise. Now, if that was Warren, he'd really be crawling.
Well, the sad part is Warren doesn't even have his headset on yet, so we started without him.
This is called fill. This is what you do. You fill in here until the man
Well, I mean,
gets ready.
Number one, I would not have run, okay? Not even if my pants were on fire would I be running.
I kind of thought you would not be.
I like to think myself more mature than that. Secondly, that's why you two are here is to fill in. Now, not only that, now he has all the head things tangled up. Are you happy now? Look, did everybody recover from last week yet?
I don't know. I don't think North Schuylkill did. I know we did. That's 2 weeks in a row, and I'll tell you what. I think my arteries are all cleaned out after these last 2 weeks. Everything pumping from the beginning of the kickoff right till the very end, Warren. And I think North Schuylkill took a pounding last week, and I know we're recovered.
Well, it was a great game, of course. Anybody who watched it or was at the game, fabulous football game. 2 weeks in a row, you see everything you can possibly see. I mean, that was as taut a game as you could possibly see, and we said last week 1 point separated at the end, and it was only fitting. We move on now, and we look at a Shikellamy Braves team. I might add sporting new uniforms for the first time in a very long time.
On-field camera.
Yep, on-field camera. You're looking at the Shikellamy Braves' new uniforms, new helmet, new color on the helmet and everything. So they're looking a little spiffier than we've seen them in a while. Unfortunately, coming into the game, having a tough year again. A program that's been down for a while now and kind of unexplainable considering they're a AAA school and a big enrollment school. They haven't been able to put it together much on the football field in the last few years.
They have played some people tough, though.
Oh, yeah.
They played Danville tough. Yeah. They lost to Danville 32-27. They have had some other teams where they've led in the first half and then just fell apart in the second half. Mm-hmm. So you don't know really what Shikellamy team's going to show up here tonight.
Yeah, now they're a fairly big team.
Yes, they are.
Size-wise, I mean, you look at the numbers here, 245, 269, 292. So they're bringing some girth in there with them. A little bit different than last week where we saw a North Schuylkill team for the first time, a somewhat smaller team, but a lightning-quick team. Now, this team probably is not going to show you that kind of speed that we've seen last week or even with Marion, so a little bit different kind of game. And Coach Williams, of course, is, I guess, like any coach, can come off two so emotional games. I mean, an overtime win and everything. You got to start wondering now what they're thinking. You know, we said, Bob, and of course your son being in the midst of it you probably have a better feel for when you're so young that it's so hard to harness your emotions from 1 week to the next. He's worried that maybe they walk in here and are completely flat, and just not able to get the emotions. So I know this first quarter is probably going to be a real test for everybody.
They did talk about it, and I think these guys, at this point, I'm not too sure these kids expected to be right where they are right now. I'm not sure they expected to be coming into this game with only one loss. And they are there, and I think that part of it has their momentum charged and they're ready to play tonight. But we will see what goes on. Number 10 for the Braves, Jason Smeltz. And what a name, huh?
What a name. We've heard that
you
name.
Remember
and a kicker yet,
from
no
the
less.
It's his son.
Is it?
His son, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And he kicks better kicks than that. He just tried a squib kick. It goes to Veach. Finds some running room, breaks it to the outside at the 45, and a nice run back by Jonathan Veach. First down and 10, Tornadoes from the 45-yard line.
You squib kick with the thought that you're going to take away that threat of the run back, and my goodness, he almost did it anyway.
Right.
He brings it all the way out to the 45-yard line.
From the 19-yard line to the 45.
We came out of the game last week, unfortunately, unlike Shikellamy, who we understand lost two of their top flight players for the year. Some others are banged up. We came out, believe it or not, from the hard-hitting game. It was relatively unscathed as we entered tonight.
You mean going to try Steve Sinkovich up the middle. Good run for about 5 yards. Second down, 5 yards to go.
North Schuylkill came out with 2 injuries.
Yeah, they've lost 2 kids for the year. Two top flight players are gone, and they've had numerous other smaller injuries throughout the game. We came out. We have a deep thigh bruise, I believe, on Bailey that we're watching carefully. Things like that. But for the most part, other than the usual pleurisy and that kind of stuff, we're in relatively good shape.
Sebas pitches back to Bailey. A great block from 47 Steve Sinkovich and 71 Daukus to break him. That'll be a first down for the Red Tornadoes in Shikellamy territory at about the 44-yard line.
You know, everybody, you just get so caught up in that game last week as you were watching the game, looking for the plays and everything else. You know, you could not concentrate on how physical that game was. I mean, both offensively and defensively for both teams.
Yeah, it was an ugly game as far as hitting went. That was absolutely for sure.
Sebas back to pass, looks at Montgomery out in the flat, hits him on the 36. First down, Red Tornadoes at about the 31-yard line. A little bit of the Red Tornado speed already starting to show in this first quarter, Warren.
Well, it's the one key of the game was that we would walk into this game probably much quicker and faster than the Shikellamy Braves are. A little bigger team, but not real quick. And again, quickness sometimes is a big difference in a football game. Last week, we were in a game that we were kind of evenly matched quickness-wise, and it kind of shows on the scoreboard what happens then.
Going to try Sinkovic up the middle. Big hole to the 19-yard line. Tackled by number 11, Bartosik, but Bartosik's the free safety, and boy, when the free safety's making a tackle on a Sinkovic, that hurts.
Yes. Well, makes a prolonged, painful night.
The left side of the line, excellent. You got John Veach going down on the nose guard, the left guard there. Daukus really kicked out on the tackle, and the linebacker was shielded.
Sinkovic again, still on his feet to the 7-yard line. What a great run. Good hole that side on the right side by Mike Sinkovic's brother and Jonathan Elsa center, but he gets down to the 8-yard line, Wayne.
Well, you know, Steve is doing an excellent job. I think the first two games, as we go back and look at Panther Valley and Tamaqua, he sort of had sea legs on him, you know, and it does take a few games until you can, you know, run. Going both ways, it's always difficult. And here you got
Bailey's going to try it to about the 8-yard line. Read nicely by the defensive end that time. Number 33 came up for the Braves, which is Jared Mangle. A good play by him.
Well, actually, it was a good play by Mangle, but then Bailey kind of faked him out of his drawers there and left him in the dust. So you get that far into the backfield and you're actually touching the runner, you better be bringing him down. And in that case, he didn't do it.
But you go back to Steve in the last few games from the Shamokin game has just been running all over the place.
Second down for the Red Tornadoes. Going to try Bailey up the middle behind Sinkovic to the 5-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards. Tackle made by Klingerman. Klingerman or Bingaman? Bingaman on the play.
Yeah, Bingaman.
Third down, 5 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Paracella brings the play in, number 29 for the Red Tornadoes. Great on-field camera work by the WKMC crew right now.
I think they're in the huddle.
It looks that way, doesn't it?
My goodness.
9:08 left in the first quarter. Big third down play for the Red Tornadoes. Fake to Sinkovic. Look over it. It was the play to Cuff, and good coverage that time by 25, Kevin Harry. Two first names, Kevin Harry.
Now you got two throws to the tight end. We're starting to wear that play out now. That's Coach Williams took some really good-natured jabbing about the throw to the tight end last night at Supper Club, guys.
That was
I want you to know.
But it worked, and that's all that mattered.
And he took it like a man, believe me, he did.
We're going to try a field goal here. It will be a 29-yard field goal for, 24-yard field goal for Mike Sinkovic. Jonathan Elson, a long snap. Matt Montgomery with the hold. The snap's back. Bobbled. Montgomery picks it up, looks to throw into the end zone. Still has the ball, cuts it, and gets down to the 2-yard line.
I'll tell you what, who's 25?
25 for Kevin Harry.
For us, Veach. He was wide open in the right-hand side of the end zone.
But Matt was looking left.
Nobody, yes, he was.
So the Braves turn Big Red back on their first scoring opportunity here in the first quarter. 8:48 remaining. They take the ball over, and it's sitting just on the 4. No, it's not sitting anywhere. It wasn't even in the game. There was no ball in the game. I'm sorry, folks. Now it'll be sitting about on the 4. We were going to try to play that game without one that time, Bob.
All right, Shikellamy comes out, sets up. Harry goes in motion. Going to try an inside handoff to number 24, Matt Shively. Tackle made by
Steve Sinkovic and Jason Malakowski. Filled the hole beautiful and made the tackle right about where the center was at.
8:25 left in the first quarter. The Shikellamy Braves hold on the first Red Tornado drive. Mike Bowman, the quarterback for the Braves. Gonna throw from his own end zone. Looks out at number 84 and just off the fingertips of Matt Saylor. Coverage by number 5, Sebas out there with him.
We talked about, at Supper Club, and either I've forgotten or he didn't say it, but Coach had said that the Shikellamy Braves are going to be sporting a receiver that may be the best receiver that we'll see all year, even better than the one that Marion brought here. Yet he didn't tell me, or I didn't listen to hear what he said the name was. I'll get that checked out when we talk to Jose.
Well, 84 was not even listed on this roster, on his starting lineup, so you wouldn't think it was him. Bowman tries out in the flat. Almost intercepted by Detry, in and out of his hands, and that would have been a touchdown for Brian Detry. But now a punting situation for the Braves. 7:58 left in the first quarter.
I think Brian Detry eyed that ball from the time it left the quarterback's hands, but never. And what happened? It was tipped when it over the edge of the line there somehow, and Brian sort of lost sight of it.
Punt formation for the Braves, Gary Aran. Snaps back, he gets it. Big rush by the Red Tornadoes. It's a bouncer, hits off of a Brave at about the 24-yard line.
Penalty
that
flag.
Could be interference against the Braves. That's
sure.
about all it could be.
Yeah, and the big throwing where they did, I don't know what else they're going to call. There was only one of us there, and we didn't do anything, so. Unless they're going to call, he wasn't trying to fair catch it, was he? Did he put his arm up?
No, I didn't look at it. Stevenson Kovic was there. He was the Red Tornado in the play. But, I mean, he wasn't. He thought about catching it. And then a Shikellamy Brave looked like he bumped into him, and then he just left it go.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to call there.
Boy, Coach Edwards has a screwdriver in Jonathan's ear. Did you see that?
He comes with a pocket full.
That's called tweaking him up a little bit.
Pocket full of tools.
Put it right in his ear there and turned it. 7:45 left in the first quarter. Montgomery, it's against the Braves, so Montgomery talking to the referees. Interference against the Braves declined because the Red Tornadoes could take over the ball on the 21-yard line. Go with split backs this time. Bailey and Sinkovic. Steven. Sebas fakes, rolls to his right. Looks in the corner of the end zone at Veach. Over his head, incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
I think Big Red's airing it out a little more than usual tonight, trying to get that passing game.
A good game to do it.
In gear and
good game
moving.
to do it. You know you're going to move on if you win some of these games to a district, more likely than not to somewhere in the district playoff. And
we'll discuss that because Phil gave us a complete rundown. In fact, believe it or not, I can discuss districts in the state right now of Indiana.
And you want Sebas to Bailey off the left side, find some running room. I'll tell you what, a great tackle made by 25 or 85 from the Braves, which is Matt Kistner, and Kistner just grabbed his shirt and held him. Great tackle. 3rd down, 7 yards to go.
Of course, the theme, I think, last night with the coaching staff, and they're not afraid to say they would like to see this offense get untracked a little bit. It has continued to sputter in the last 3 or 4 games.
Going to try Bailey right up the middle.
That's Veach.
It's Veach to about the 15-yard line. But again, they're going to be about 4 yards short. They're going to have a 4th down and 4 yards to go.
They'll go for this now. Coach Williams will throw the play in. The ball sitting about the 16-yard line. They're showing the scoreboard showing 4th down and 3, but it's a long 3.
It's a long 3.
I'd say 4th and 4,
right?
Yeah, when you look at where the sticks are. So
6:28 left in the first quarter. Sebas pitches the Veach. Going to take him right outside. Go right to the corner, Jonathan. and he gets a first down at about the 9-yard line, maybe down to about the 7.
Tell you what,
see
though,
that?
guys, we saw a pancaker, folks. It's breakfast time. Flapjacks are out.
Mike Zinkovich pulled, and he just ran. I swear, there's cleat marks up that kid's chest. He
Oh,
just
my goodness.
ran him right over.
Well, you had a pancake, folks. Get the syrup. We're ready to go.
6:04 left in the first quarter. Sebas hands off to Steve Zinkovich, gain of about 3 or 4 yards, and getting down there. Going to have about 4 to go, goal to go, second down and goal to go.
This already is, and I guess when you're trying to compare it, a much slower pace game, even in,
definitely
in the first quarter, even in our last few games have been.
Going to try Sebas out around the left side. He's got lots of room. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Good job by Nicky to cut right to the corner, and a good blocking by the Red Tornadoes to keep everybody away from him.
And there again, there is a perfect example of speed. Mangle in the backfield, number 33. But, unless you can match that kind of speed, he's going to get around the corner every time. And I think that kind of play is going to be open for most of the evening for Sebas and anybody else that we try to move around the end on.
58, Mike Zinkovich in to attempt the extra point. Montgomery with a hold, Jonathan Else with the snap. Snaps back, good snap, it's down, the kick's up, and it's good. With 5:25 left on the clock in the first quarter, the score, Red Tornadoes 7, the Shikellamy Braves nothing.
Of course, remember, folks, we'll give you a quickie here with the statistical books. They're on sale right now during this game. There is a home game left next week. Of course, we play 2 home games in a row, a quirk in the schedule, which I believe will change as next year comes around.
But,
no,
it's really...
we'll be playing Wyalusing here or up there.
Well, I thought that was the Allentown Central game.
No.
Oh, okay.
The Allentown Central game would be earlier in the season.
Go ahead.
I believe this is the Wyalusing
You got it then.
game coming up, the Blue Mountain one.
Wyalusing will be away.
So that would be away, which would even the schedule back out again. It's a strange schedule because of the way we were scheduling teams in and out. But anyway, the book is available next week. Now, apparently, if everything goes the way we're looking at it, and I will discuss this later in the game, we probably will be the 2nd seed, which would bring another home game to us. But the book may not last that long. We've sold fully 2/3 of them already. And so if you're thinking about getting that book for relatives or sending it to somebody, whatever you're going to do, I would suggest that you get into the community pharmacy, into the spirit booth here in the stadium, or stop into the athletic offices at the high school and get your book as quickly as possible. It really, really went well. We want to thank everybody, and again, Jose and Phil.
Chris Hughes' kick, taken by the short back. Has it on the 30, finds some running room. He's breaking it out, and Veach is the last man to get him. Makes an open field tackle at the 39-yard line on number 25, Kevin Harry, and he just ran up a lane, got 2 good blocks, and that was the best run back we have seen. That's the best run back we've seen against the Red Tornadoes this year.
He got through on the sideline. They broke contain on the sideline, and he got up along it, and it wasn't for Veach. That would have been a touchdown.
If you watch the replay of that, you watch Veach the whole time. He's watching the runner, and he saw the lane break open, and instead of going towards the ball carrier, he cut the field down and cut back about 5 yards towards the end zone to make the tackle, which was the best thing to do.
Pitch back, and they're going to go and end around to Harry. He's going to throw a pass. He's got a receiver down there. Now he's going to tuck the ball away and run with it. Outruns Malachowski and gets down to about the 25-yard line. They'll have a 2nd down and 2 yards to go. Little razzle-dazzle by the Braves right off the bat.
Yep.
Well, it's something, we know they have to do. It's, they have to keep us guessing, certainly. We know what the interior of our line has been doing in the last 5 games. They've just been, doing an outstanding job. And the cornerbacks on any type of run defense are coming up great. So they have to do something like that.
Bowman back to pass, rolls to his left. Looks in the corner, coming back, a receiver, number 11 for him, cuts it back at the 6-yard line, and he's tackled at about the 9. The reception made by number 11, Bartosik. Good play that time by Bowman, the quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you what, you could see who the receiver was because he didn't look at anybody else, and he was covered. Unfortunately, when he got close to the line of scrimmage, the defender released, came up to make the tackle, and he threw the ball.
Bartosik might be that receiver you're talking about.
I'm now going to guess it is. That'll be number 11.
Bowman was looking at him all the way. Bartosik goes in motion to the right side. Bowman's going to roll to the right side. Big rush by Sinkovic, and that one gets overthrown. Good rush by the linebacker. They put a blitz on from Stevens' side from Steve Sinkovic.
Well, you're seeing an idea here that we had seen many times this year. The thought with Shikellamy, of course, is going to be roll that quarterback from side to side with the hope that you're going to buy an extra 2 seconds. Now, what you do is when you roll them is you're taking away this long pass idea. This is a short pass, usually into the flat area somewhere which they're trying to flood. But they're also giving him the opportunity to run if that's what he thinks he should do.
3:54 left in the first quarter. Bowman tries the inside handoff, gets it down to about the 5-yard line. In on the tackle, Detry and Lashinsky. Good job by Rusty there and Brian Detry.
It's Lashinsky coming off a big game last week at North Schuylkill. Had himself a great game.
3rd down and goal to go from the 5-yard line for the Braves. 3:26 left on the clock, 7-0. Red Tornadoes in the lead in the first quarter. Bowman rolls. Good rush by Cuff. And Malachowski, and he throws it out of bounds. 4th down and goal to go from the 7-yard line. He had the 2 big boys on him that time, didn't he?
I'll tell you, it's a little tough throwing the ball when Cuff is hanging on your shoulder pads and Malachowski's ready to nail you. And he did the right thing. He threw it out of the end zone. You know, not
actually
looking for an interception.
He made a good play that time.
Yes, he did.
He threw it completely out the other end of the end zone, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to get the interception up in the end zone when you're this close. Now it does bring up 4th down, and the scoreboard will say 6 yards, and they'll attempt a field goal by
Jason Smeltz,
the man,
Chuck Smeltz's son. Kicks up and it's blocked by 54, Jeff Evans. Still rolling around, and it's covered on the 28-yard line. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Jeff Evans right over the center, came charging in.
They're going to have to work on that.
Great job.
I mean, he never had a chance. The ball never really got in the air much, and he was down. And of course, for those of you who really remember football, you can remember Chuck Smeltz breaking our heart.
You're right.
3-0
down in this stadium at that end zone.
Yep.
1966.
Somewhere right in there. In fact, we have all the papers here. We can look that score up for you as the game goes on, the year that was.
Going to try Steve Sinkovic to about the 32-yard line.
If you remember that game, most of that are old enough, Mr. Joe Ambrose, who was the fullback at that time, ran wild that night from 20 to 20, and I think Hambone. We were inside the 20-yard line at least 5 or 6 times and could not score, and Chuck Smeltz kicks a 12-yard field goal, beats us 3-0.
Yep.
Sevas to Bailey, off the right side, good block, and Bailey takes it to about the 39-yard line, close to a 1st down for the Red Tornadoes. Bailey very careful holding the ball that time. Did you see him, both arms on it?
And I think the following year they also took the championship in '67. They went up to play Blakely. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it ended up in a tie up at Blakely. It was a cold December. And then the following year, Mount Carmel takes over 68, 69, and 70 and takes 3 championships, the one in 69.
Guys, 1967. 1967, they beat us 3-0. There were 9,600 paid admissions to the stadium in that game.
Yep, that was the largest crowd.
Sinkovic up the middle, fumble on the play, recovered by 29 Paracella. He was crawling for it.
In 1970, we played Shikellamy.
Oh, Veach was in there on the coverage.
At Shikellamy, we beat them 14-0, and 28 buses left Mount Carmel to Sunbury for that game.
2nd down, 6 yards to go, 1:26 left on the clock.
Another little tidbit here from Phil, of course, the man who is the man of numbers these days, along with Jose. We began, we told you about Ashland and their group of different teams in 1893. Well, we picked up the first game with these boys in 1900.
Really?
1900 we started playing a Sunbury team.
Ball was bobbled. Sebas takes it. He cuts around the side, and there's flags on the play. First down, Red Tornadoes, but this one's coming back.
One of the things you look at, and we've played them on and off over, my goodness, a number of football games since that time. But between them, and if you're looking at Shikellamy and Sunbury, as they were called originally, we are showing ourselves to be over 700 in a winning percentage against this group also.
Was Sunbury, Northumberland also, is that considered? I think if you look on the schedule there, Northumberland is also on that list.
I heard Phil say that, but I do not see it on this list.
Okay.
So either he's not calling it that, but I do believe that they were Northumberland at some point in time here.
Second down, 20 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. 44 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yes, they were Northumberland.
Sebas on the option. Keeps the ball himself. Cuts it up at the 40. Cuts back and gets up to about the 44-yard line. They'll have a third down and about 8 yards to go. It looks like Sebas' speed can just get us outside there, Wayne.
Yeah, that play was an option play. The only problem with the option there was Bailey's got.
He outran his back.
You know, so either Bailey's got to get out there a little bit further, out into the pitch area, out into the flat. But again, you're looking at Sebas's speed there. Unbelievable.
Wow,
getting around the corner. As soon as he sees it, man, he's cutting, towards the corner, looking for open ground.
At the end of the first quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 7, the Braves nothing.
Gives us a moment, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you that, yes, you are watching WKMC TV Sports on WLX 267. That's our microwave signal. We are an instructional fixed television service. And as always, you catch us on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m., Channel 13 in the Service Electric Cable System. And please don't forget, you can catch WKMC TV, the broadcasting arm of Mount Carmel High School, live at 7:30 a.m. in the mornings on Channel 13. I'm going to get to those. Well, I'm in this. Shikellamy. Over the years, we're 22 wins and 8 losses, 2 ties against Shikellamy, okay? Sunbury, 27 wins, 17 losses. And you were right, the Northumberland was their name at one point, and we are 3 wins and 1 loss and 1 tie for a 700 winning percentage against them. So altogether, if you add them all up, we're well over 700 against all teams representing the Sunbury area over the years. So that's a little tidbit that Phil gives me.
Sebas gets a good block from Daukus. Daukus jumps, or Sebas jumps Daukus, and now he's still on his feet, and that's going to be a clip against the Red Tornadoes.
And unfortunately, that clip is hard because he turned. When he's turning like that, you don't know which way to go. You know what I mean? He's jittering around there, and as soon as the guy turns to tackle him and you hit him, that's a clip. But that's a tough call to take. You don't want to really blame the blocker too much on that.
And actually, when you look at that play, it was not a hard hit in the back.
No,
the blocker was trying to avoid.
But the guy's turning around at the same time. When you get a quarterback that's moving in different directions like that, it's really hard because your back is to him, so you're not always sure which way he's going to start off with, and then boom, you get hit with a penalty. But you don't want to really hit on that too hard over a penalty like that.
4th down situation for the Red Tornadoes. 4th and 4. A punting situation, and 21, Matt Montgomery will do the long snapping tonight. We're working on that tonight, Warren. And 47, Steve Sinkovich in to attempt the punt.
Yes, Montgomery's the new long snapper after a week of auditions, I understand.
Snaps back, good snap. Sinkovich with the punt. It's an end-over-end punt, hits on the 25. Taken by Kevin Harry and finds some running room, but only 27. For an 8-yard distance.
74.
Matt O'Brien was on the bottom and Van Doren on top.
Ooh, nice hit.
First down, Braves. Braves hanging in there, 7-0. Start of the second quarter.
A little bit of the gap came in there, and then O'Brien won. We haven't talked about the gap in a while, but they're well represented on this team.
I'll tell you what, he put a gap in that helmet from Shikellamy.
It's Bartosik, number 11. Tries Shively going for about a 4-yard loss. Malachowski and Jeff Evans in on the tackle.
Jeff Evans was on his back. I think it was sort of, he rodeoed him right over into Malachowski.
I think Jeff got tackled enough last week from his defensive line position that if someone lets him come through, that's what happens. If you're not tackling him, if you're just trying to block Jeff Evans, that's what you're going to get.
The interior line between Jason Malachowski, Jeff Evans, and Mike Sinkovich were tackled last week, and they weren't even carrying the ball.
Bowman looking at Shively and puts him in motion. More likely a pass play. Bowman rolls, tries to hit the tight end, does hit him. Good tackle made there on Nick Purdy by 47, Steve Sinkovich.
Nice catch by Purdy that time.
Well, and a good play by Steve Sinkovich because there's no coverage on that guy other than the linebacker. Linebacker has to pick him up.
And it wasn't the best pass either. If he would have led him, Purdy would have been downfield a little bit further. It was sort of up in the air and behind him, and he had to go up for the ball first.
I think you can see how films play such a part in high school football. Now, we hadn't seen that play in the beginning of the year at all. Now, every single team since Marion has decided to run this play at us thinking that it's going to be successful.
3rd down, 5 yards to go. Bowman looks in the flat. Big rush by Sinkovich and Cuff, and he throws the ball away. So this will be 4th down and 5 yards to go. Actually, Sinkovich, Cuff, Evans, and Malachowski. Yeah. So a big rush by the Red Tornado defense.
And you can see the predicament he's in because as soon as he got the ball and took 3 steps back, the pressure was already on. He was totally out of the play. He couldn't see his receivers, and he was on his bike pedaling.
Number 88 in punt formation for the Braves, Gary Aaron. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, 5, Nick Sebas, and 21, Montgomery. 9:50 left in the first half. Snaps back, it's low, it bounces, and flags on the play. This will be probably illegal procedure against the Braves. And that's what we get the call from the ref, from our on-field camera by WKMC. Good job by the kids to pick up the ref down there on the sideline. Moves him back 5 yards. He'll be punting from about the 14-yard line. Good snap this time. Aaron gets the kickoff, bounces on the 46, still bouncing around, picked up by Montgomery on the 35. Finds some running room to the 41, still on his feet and going at the 50. To the 45, good block by Daukus. He should be able to go all the way. Just a great job by Mickey Morose to point his arm. Mickey Morose helped score that touchdown. But Montgomery was a great run. Daukus and Morose.
Two blocks.
Great blocks.
Daukus, that was vicious. That was a vicious block he threw on that kid. And then Morose, you look at Morose and think he did nothing, but he did everything he needed to do that he couldn't legally do.
He could have clipped him
to keep that kid away.
If you watch him as he's running down, he's putting his left hand and his back towards the defender as he's running down there.
Heads up football played by Morose that time, and a fabulous and we're overshadowing a great run by Montgomery.
Yep. Snaps back. Montgomery picks it up. It was a little higher. Slipped out of Matt's hands, but complete for 2 to Veach. So we work it as a 2-point conversion.
I think Coach Williams had it planned that way, but it'll turn out to be 2. But again, to go back to that other play, such individual effort that time by Montgomery, who really was stopped 3 or 4 different times before he ever got a head of steam going. And when he finally broke through, having Daukus open that lane and then having Morose run the interference, that's why our special teams are special. That's exactly why.
And ever since we were up in Scranton, Montgomery, Matt has just done an outstanding job, and I think he's looking for the ball now.
Now he wants to go.
Now he wants it, and you can. I'll tell you what, for someone that does not carry the ball as a halfback, he has some excellent moves when he gets into a crowd, and he keeps his balance very well after he gets hit 2 or 3 times as he's coming through. Very impressive.
He gives a score of 15-0 right now for Big Red with that 2-point conversion.
Neat run back. Boy, they're the kind you like to see. And so a Mount Carmel tradition to have that run back like that, Warren.
Yep, and have that big block coming by the way there. Big block.
And you're going back to Shamokin. Yeah. The other game when we went up to Wilkes-Barre.
Nanaco?
Up to Nanaco.
Yeah, Nanaco.
Daukus had another crushing block up there, and now again tonight.
Chris Shue with the kickoff, and it goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. We'll see what the Braves want to do. They might want us to kick off again.
We were griping about the tee, to tell you the truth. We had somewhere along the line on the bench there, we had some problem with the kicking tee. I don't know if we have the right one now or what we're doing. That's an odd argument to be having on the sidelines about the kicking tee, but we're managing to cover that tonight anyway.
They're declining the penalty, the Braves are, and they'll bring this one out to the 35-yard line.
Actually, I would have made us kick again. I would not have taken on a 35.
You're right.
I would have made us kick.
The ball went out. The ball was only on a 30.
See how confident I am these days about what I would have done now that I've been right a couple of times on these calls.
Bowman with the quick roll, looks it. 24 out there. Good coverage by 47. Steve Sinkovich hits Shively and he gains 5 yards. But that's a nice little play, and we've seen it by Marion.
Yeah.
And now they come back and try it again.
In their second cousin, he's going to be bringing that flanker back, that little guy out into a flat and making the linebacker cover him.
Second down, 5 yards to go. Bowman rolls to his. Oh! He didn't roll very far. He just got nailed by 47, Steve Sinkovich. Sinkovich putting one heck of a game together tonight.
Oh, both offensively and defensively. I'll tell you why. You're not going to see anybody, blitz or fill a hole or come through a hole.
Like Bowman looked like he didn't see him.
It looked like a delayed blitz, didn't it?
I don't know what he was looking at there. He came straight up at him. He took a pretty good hit because of it, too.
8:11 left on the clock in the first half.
This defense is just something to marvel at all the time when you watch them play.
Third down, 13 yards to go. Bowman with the straight drop back. Big rush from Malakowski. It was a side screen. Steve Sinkovich is putting together a linebacker game tonight, guys.
Well, 74 is out there, and he must have went out there just to check on field conditions on the sideline because the other guy disappeared onto the sidelines, but both of them were useless on the screenplay. Sinkovich went right by the two of them and nailed the back. So I don't know what the two of them were doing, but I'm sure they're going to have a little conversation at film night about what it is you're supposed to be doing when you get that far out.
In punt formation for the Braves, number 88, Gary Arend. And deep, A-U-R-A-N-D, Arend. Arend. That's what I said, didn't I?
No, I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Oh, big sailing kick this time. Montgomery takes it and falls on his knees at the 38-yard line. It was one of those back spinners that he had to reach for. First down, Red Tornadoes from the 38. 7:12 left in the first half.
Definitely a slow-paced game here, folks. We were hoping for a rest, and we got one right now.
Another touchdown will give me a rest.
Big Red, really, so far in this half, have been in complete control. The Braves have done nothing offensively. That one spurt down the sidelines on the return, but that was about it.
Going to have a screen pass to Cuff, and he dropped the ball, but I'm not sure the refs caught it. They did not blow the whistle.
They didn't blow the whistle.
I think if Chris kept going, they weren't going to call that.
Yeah. And again, I hate to say this, but now is the time. In the past 4 games or so, we have seen some of the poorest calling by referees than we've seen in a very long time. And I mean, what I mean calling, I mean out of position. I mean confused. I mean not seeing where they're supposed to be seeing.
Fumble on the play. That was between Sebas and Else, and it's about a 2-yard loss for the Red Tornadoes.
But I think that on a high school level, especially, and a lot of these guys are not new. A lot of these guys are referees who've been around a long time. I don't know if the crews are just not meshing together or what it is, but this has been very poor.
This crew, Roy Davis, he comes from Clark Summit. Robert Mello from Oliphant.
Mello's the state senator, isn't he? Yes, he is. He is, isn't he? Yes.
Oh, big blitz this time, and the Red Tornado line picks it up. Pass over Montgomery's head at the 45-yard line.
We were hanging on Montgomery the whole time.
Yeah, but good job by the Red Tornado line to pick that blitz up.
But getting
Senator
back to
Mello. I'm sure of it now.
Are you really?
Senator Mello.
Okay. But the rest of them are from Oliphant, Clark Summit, and Scranton area. So, you know, they're all from up that area. They're surely a team that's been.
And I think the inability to call holding against this defensive line is becoming tragic. It's becoming a tragedy in football
I'll
right
tell you
now
what, I'll tell you
this game.
how bad it could get is you almost lost the game last week.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. They are such an aggressive team. They are quick off the ball and so strong that, you know, there were so many holding calls and tackling and everything else, not even called.
Bowman hands off to. Guess who hit number 33, Mangle?
Oh, wait, hold it. I got hit. I'm hurt. I'm down. Holy God, what a hit, folks.
He picked up he picked up actually 3 yards, but Steve drove him back 2, so they give him the average of about a 1 yard gain on that one.
Oh my goodness. Oh God. Are you okay?
I'm here.
I got a Charlie horse. I'm telling you what. I got hit on that one.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Bowman, straight drop back. Looks out in the flat at Bartosik. Good catch at about the 46-yard line. First down, Braves from the 46.
Nice
that
pass
must be your
and Bartosik.
That must be the receiver you're looking for.
I would say so, yeah. Great play. Well, let me get back to this holding thing. You know, the argument there is that, well, you could have called holding on almost every play. That's wrong. Because it used to be that a refereeing team would set the tone early. And once you set the tone early and tell them, hey, guys, you're not going to be able to grab a jersey. You're not going to keep this holding on or you're going to get nailed. It goes away. When you leave it go the way they've let it go over a period of 3 and 4 games, it's becoming an epidemic now.
Try Shively off the right side. Finds some running room to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made by Sebas. It'll be second down, 7 yards to go.
I think it's clearly a case of the referees, of the officials, not setting the tone early in the game and saying, I'm not going to stand for this. Holding is illegal. You know, you're going to either block this guy, you're going to be eaten alive blind, but either way, it's going to be done the legal way. And right now, they're not doing that. I'm not particularly talking about this crew. I'm talking about crews in general that we've seen over a period of 3-4 games.
Bowman, quick drop back. Oh, almost intercepted by Kalinowski off the fingertips of 84, Matt Saylor.
I'll tell you what, Bowman's pretty cool when he gets back there because he's had the pressure every time he has gone back to pass, and he's on target. He's throwing a nice ball tonight.
He does really good when he just that quick drop back like that. Yep.
It's just something we don't see very often. The band is warming up with calisthenics. You don't see that very often, folks. Look at that. Jumping jacks the whole 9 yards. I'm impressed. See, you guys don't pay attention to these little tidbits going on the sidelines all the time.
4:56 left in the first half. Bowman back to pass again. Oh, right through the hands of 25 Kevin Harry. No,
we heard footsteps on that one.
Well, I was looking downfield.
There were people up in the attic on that one.
I was looking downfield. Fourth down, 6 yards to go.
He was glancing around a little bit on that one, and I'll tell you what, I don't blame him. You want to go that high for a ball, there's a good chance somebody's going to kill you.
And plus, the reason the ball was that high is, number one, he had pressure, and two, Steve Sinkovich was on a blitzing mode that time, and I think Bowman did see him coming.
Timeout called by the Braves.
Right now, you want to keep a fur distance from Steve because for some reason or other, he's intent on killing someone before he goes home tonight. So you want to stay out of his way. It will give us a chance, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you who really makes this whole thing up, this whole operation possible for everybody to see. And that's, of course, the TV crew, the program director being, of course, the main man, Jumpin' Joe Novotny. On camera is his student, I guess. He took him under his wing and showing him the world, so to speak, as Joe would say, Joe Mazer. We also have on camera down on the field is Gary Tresker, and we have Brent Fisher down there with him. Cable grip is Dave Ginter and Ryan Devine. The coach is it should be VCR, not VTR.
Right.
That's Joe DiMico. Let me have a talk with the guy who printed this. And overseeing the whole affair, as usual, sound asleep in the new camper, tucked in for the evening, George McPhee. With his hot chocolate marshmallows. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that's being spoiled now.
They pampered him.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But he has his own bedroom down there now, the whole works. They're piping the feed into him. He's laying there. He has fresh fruit on the side now. It's like Caesar.
Schick's going for it. Either that or they're going to, well, it doesn't matter if they pull us offside. That wouldn't be a first down either. So they are going for it. 4th and 7 from the 50-yard line. Bowman. Twins right. He's got time rolling out there. Looks at a first down. Great reception made by Mark Bartosik. First down at the 37-yard line. Give Bartosik credit. He found a hole in the defense there.
There were four Mount Carmel guys standing around him, and he still caught the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was finding a hole.
But he was in the middle of them.
Yeah, he got
so he did a good job. He got in that seam.
And give the quarterback credit for throwing the ball right on the dime there, because if he would have went either way to either side, it would have been knocked down or intercepted. So a good play by the Braves on a daring gamble here in the first half with 4:38 remaining.
Timeout called by the refs. No. Now he wants to start the clock. Okay, here he got it going. Bowman with Mangle, the fullback, try a draw to Mangle. Finds running room, gets through Sebas, finished off by Daukus, but gets down to the 21-yard line. First down, Braves on the 21-yard line.
Again, Shikellamy mixing it up very well. You know, he said we saw a little bit of razzle-dazzle there, a reverse pass at the beginning in the first period, and now mixing it up with some passes, getting us back looking in a pass mode, and now a draw play up through the middle. So they have a good game plan.
Bowman, quick drop, looks in the corner of the end zone. Great reception by number 25, Kevin Harry, right over the reaches of Kalinowski.
There's a case of covering. You got the receiver covered, but you didn't go for the ball. That's the difference.
What happened there is Kalinowski
was backing up.
He was backing up, and he got turned around, and that was the whole thing there. There was a timing pass all the way. Bowman released that ball long before the receiver even got down close to the 5-yard line.
In to attempt the extra point for the Braves, number 10, Jason Smeltz. They said Bowman can throw, and it's proven there. He did a great job right there with those short passes. Snaps up, kicks down, and it's up and good. With 3:57 left in the first half, a big 4th down play by the Braves makes the score 15-7, and the Red Tornadoes are back in one here, Warren.
Well, because the Red Tornadoes are back to taking a nap again after 2 scores, and that's not going to cut it. You got to stay with the intensity a little bit. Going back to the floating villa that now serves as our command center, I think the only touch that went too far was when I went into George's private suite down there, and the student that had to use the palm fronds to fan him. I thought that went too far. Now, I was going to draw the line there. I was going to say something to George about it. Then I thought, no, I'll wait till after the game. But I mean, I believe he may have crossed the line there. But
and we would like to thank Mr. Mike Novotny for letting us use that facility to bring it in and set up all the equipment and everything.
The only thing I've got to say is, come camping season again, I'd like to know how he's going to get them all out of it. they look like squatters in there now.
Smeltz will kick off for the Braves, deep for the Red Tornadoes. Sebas, Veach, and Montgomery.
I think I did see a foundation going up around the bottom. They had a couple shrubberies.
I'm getting nervous about these guys. I'm telling you what.
They're enjoying it.
It's squatters' rights going in there right now. I heard somebody say something about digging a permanent sewer line and all. I'm getting concerned here now.
Smeltz kicks one of those squibbers again, bounces into Veach's hand at the 23-yard line. Finds a hole up the middle and gets to about the 47. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. 3:48 left on the clock, and the clock's still running for some unknown reason. It stopped. That went 4 seconds.
I don't know what we're doing there. Well, that's okay. Made it from we didn't start at all.
All righty.
No, I think what happened was Shikellamy picked up the first down, and the clock was running, and he turned around and told him to stop the clock because they were setting the chains
get the chain set up, yeah.
Red Tornadoes out of the I formation. Handoff to Sinkovich right up the middle. Bowls his way to about the 49-yard line. 3:41 left on the clock. Good 5-yard pickup, and that's what you like to see on first down. Get that 5 yards.
Yeah, the other thing is you like to see Daukus, who's left guard, down there with Steve Sinkovich, 5 yards, still blocking the lineman that's in front of him.
This is a 4-4 defense here they're facing tonight. Actually, it's a little different right there. A lot of blitzing coming on.
Excellent.
Oh, almost intercepted by 25, Kevin Harry. And what Wayne was referring to, excellent, was the blocking picked up on the blitz.
I'll tell you what, you look at that 4-4, and they brought those two linebackers right up into the hole. He had 6 men coming in at one time, and, you know, Sebas, he just had all the time in the world to stand back there. The linemen are doing an excellent job blocking tonight.
3rd down, 6 yards to go, 3:08 left on the clock, going to go from the shotgun formation. Sebas back there to pass. Lots of time again, looking downfield. Veach cutting across the middle, and now Sebas is going to run for the 1st down. Get out of bounds, and tackled at about the 31-yard line. 2:56 left on the clock.
You're trying to tell him to get out of bounds.
I was trying to help him out of bounds. I was trying to help him out of bounds.
I don't think he heard you, though.
I wasn't telling him. Every once in a while, you get a little fan in.
Hey, tell me
you
about
get a little fan in each one of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed that over the past 2 weeks.
I see. I think it's carrying over from those last 2 weeks. That's the problem.
You think you're down there playing all of a sudden the way we're up there.
Sebas tries up the middle to Sinkovic. Finds a hole. He's to the 19 and down to about the 17-yard line. Nice run by Steve Sinkovic. Tackle made by Mark Bartosik.
Hey, you see Steve, he's getting stronger and stronger as as these games are going by. And you have to admit, you have to look at what most of these boys are doing. They're playing both ways. And that's not an easy task, and especially for Steve playing in the fullback position where he's always moving.
Sebas tries the same play. That time a big hit by number 60.
Flag.
On the tackle, which was Ripple. And it seems like when he comes out of the fullback position, that hole isn't there. When he comes out as a single tailback, as a single back, they spread it out and he gets that hole, Wayne.
I'll tell you what, he took the guy on, the guy that initially stopped him, and just shook him by and left him laying there and went on to the next guy. He is so difficult to bring down when you look at him. It's just absolutely amazing.
Holding call against the Red Tornadoes. This is going to be a 1st down and 20 yards to go. 2:13 left on the clock.
Aaron Geary come in as the right guard.
And 63, Mike Revito's in at left tackle. Tries a quick handoff to 47 and a big rush that time from the tackle, number 66. In on the tackle for the Braves, Josh Wyson.
Now that was an option play. That, you look at Sebas on that. He's looking down, looking into the linebacker spots to see if there's anybody there. Should he hand off or not? Bailey was trailing in the right position there for the pitch.
Big Red called the timeout. Coach Williams is in the huddle.
Steve got hit pretty good on that play too. He was either that or his shoe came off.
It was the play before.
Oh, okay.
When he was hit on the line of scrimmage on the left guard side. I don't know where he took a shot to the thigh or if it's his ankle, but he's been sort of hobbling since.
Almost like a 2-minute warning here. 2 minutes left on the clock in the first half. But you don't see that happen in high school football too often.
No. I like Schick's new uniform.
Yeah, I like the helmets and everything. They look good.
Spiffy new uniform.
Well, they're the old colors, right? The burgundy.
Yeah.
They wore a lot of burgundy
like
like
actually
that.
They are the old colors. That's the way we always remembered them.
Out of the shotgun formation on 2nd down and 20 yards to go. Sebas gets the snap from Else. Lots of time. Looks downfield in the corner of the end zone of Montgomery. Out of bounds at the 1. Out of bounds at the 1. Great throw by Sebas. Good reception by 21 Montgomery. And extremely good blocking again, as Wayne has said, from the line.
And everything just went so perfect that time. And what you're starting to see now is Sebas being able to hit the timing patterns and not just the short ones, but there's one for 35 yards. That ball was in the air and did an excellent job.
Sebas hands off to Sinkovic from the 1. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes right off tackle. Good job that time.
How many guys went in with him, too?
Yeah, right behind Malachowski that time. Good job by Malachowski blocking.
It's called hauling a few people in with you.
Red Tornadoes will attempt the extra point. Mike Sinkovic with the kick. 21 Montgomery will hold, and Jonathan Else with the long snap. That's an important touchdown for the Red Tornadoes. After the quick score by Schick there, he wanted to come back. Snaps back. Good snap. It's down. The kick's up. And off to the right. That one, everything looked good. It was just one of those pushes. With 1:44 left in the first half, the Red Tornadoes 21, Shikellamy 7. Coming in, we have to look into this. The Mount Carmel Mini Olympic Committee is doing a salute to the classics. Ron Tanny works real hard at this.
Yes, he does.
And it's going to be on November 9th, 1997. It's a Sunday. The doors will open at 1 o'clock. Then he's going to have entertainment from 2 to 5. A lot of 50s and 60s music. And all they're looking for is donations to benefit the 4th annual Mount Carmel Mini Olympics. Very, very important time for these kids. And also Ron Tanny, again, doing a great job. More information about this, call 339-4578. Ron Tanny.
Well, looks like a great time. You don't want to miss that thing if you can possibly get to it. November 9th, folks. Mark it on your calendar. Got some special guests in there and everything. You don't want to miss that.
Kickoff taken by 25, which is Kevin Harry. Brings it around the left side and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Mickey Morose runs him out of bounds, but a nice run back by Harry.
Yeah, you notice you start seeing Morose's name more often now. He's coming into his own. He's getting some confidence into him now.
A couple guys had some great games in the JV games. Morose was one. He scored 2 touchdowns. Josh Paracella. Ronnie Lentini, a quarterback, did an excellent job. So a real good JV game against North Schuylkill this week. 1:32 left on the clock, and Bowman's going to throw. Rolls to his right side. Big rush from Lashinsky. Bowman still rolling, gets the ball away. In and out of hands of number 11, Bartosik, at the 48-yard line. Second down, 10 yards to go. 1:24 left on the clock. '74, Matt O'Brien was in there for 58, Sinkovich, as he changed his shoe. Bowman with Mangle at the lone back. Going to try an inside handoff to Shively. Fumble on the play. Recovered by 58, Mike Sinkovich. And boy, did he smell the end zone. He took that ball from the 38 to the 28.
Yep. All the while walking on Bowman as he was going.
Right.
He just kept kicking Bowman over with him as he kept going through. Of course, we saw him last week do the same thing. He recovered the kickoff and took off like a bolt for the end zone. And I'll tell you what,
and
folks,
took nine North Schuylkill guys with him.
It's like trying to tackle a pickup truck, going full speed coming down the line. He just doesn't go down.
1:11 left on the clock for the Red Tornadoes. Sebas back to pass. Looks at Montgomery in the corner of the end zone. Matt actually looked back inside. He should have been looking outside, and it was there, and just off his fingertips at the 6-yard line.
Great timing passes. You're seeing Nick come into his own now.
Yep.
With this in this quarter, and again, these are the types of games you're going into playoff games, postseason. This is the type of game that you want to see Nick start to step up here a little bit. Some great passes we're seeing, all along, some short ones, but now you're looking at the long ones, and you have the speed in Montgomery and Veach to make the receptions.
1:03 left on the clock. Good play fake by Sebas. Going to run with the ball this time. He's going to try to get to the Shikellamy sideline, and flags on the play. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. Actually, where he threw the flag, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it was.
Did you see something?
That was
okay.
It was a block as Sebas was. In fact, it wasn't even. It was a push, actually a sort of a slight push in the back, but it was in the middle of the field. It had to be called.
Sort of a slight push in the back. It wasn't, but
what kind of namby-pamby call was that now?
What do you want me to say?
Chambers Christmas.
He killed him.
Boy, was he dancing on that one.
Hey.
Boy,
listen, I call him as I see him.
My goodness, I heard the polka music playing. Next thing you know, you're dancing up there. Jeevers.
Looks like about 33 yards to go. Second down, 33 yards to go. This is usually a screen pass.
I don't know. I'm demoralized from that talk about the penalty now.
Going to call a screen
I don't know
pass.
if I can finish the half.
Sebas Tries a reverse, then he pitches. He's got the ball. If he throws it, he's got Montgomery.
Oh, he threw it.
Oh, he got it to him at the 4-yard line. Ineligible receiver downfield for the Red Tornadoes, and
I think he fooled Montgomery a little bit on how far he was going to throw it, because he heaved it.
Well, not only that, I think Montgomery was sort of looking back a little bit, and it looked like Sebas was going to run the ball. He did tuck it away as he came around the corner, and it looked like he was going to take off with it.
I think he was trying to fake out the cornerback going down there with Montgomery.
You get all the excitement of a Sebas, right? But you don't know how it confuses your own group trying to figure out what it is he's going to do.
Second down, big yards to go here. I guess 37 yards to go. Bailey goes in motion to the right side. Now here's the screen pass. Hits Veach. He's got good blocking. Veach takes it outside, and it's stopped for about a 3-yard gain.
I think
timeout called.
Yeah. Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes.
I think on that play you're going to have Coach Williams tell John, you got to go upfield, pal. Just take it upfield. Doesn't matter. Get it upfield. Go for it. What happened there was, what he did was he probably had a good move with the stutter step there, but he gave that guy just enough time to get inside of him and bring him down. When you got his kind of speed, take off and let things happen as they're going. But again, that's something you got to learn. You know, we've heard other people say that about our backs is sometimes they cut the wrong way or whatever. Well, that might be true, but that's something you got to learn as you get into a game. Now, when you see the films the next Monday and you see where you are in the field, where everybody is, then you have an idea of what you need to do. So that's a real learning process, I think, among all of our young people here, and when to cut, you know, and when to go forward and whatever.
A couple neat calls tonight, though. That was a reverse on that far one, a reverse play that worked for a pass, and pulling the bugs out of it. They're going to have trips right here for the Red Tornadoes. Sebas out of the shotgun formation. Snaps back. Big rush. He's going to roll to his left. And now he's going to roll back to his right. And Sebas is going to run with it, but he'll be out of time. I don't think he realized it was the end of the half right there. Just let it fly down there and see if he could hit one of those receivers. That's the end of the half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 21, the Shikellamy Braves 7. We'll be back with some halftime stats in one moment. All right, back to start the second half, and we're going to save all the stats for the end of the game.
Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. We screwed the stats up.
Well, we're still going to save the stats till the end.
We're not going to have any halftime stats, folks. We had a little bit of, shall we say, miscommunication among the whole group of us, and we never got them. So we're going to work on that for the end of the game, so you'll have to just kind of bear with us on this one.
Oh, yes.
Can we get fired over something like that?
No.
Are you sure? We were threatened with being fired over a lot less than not
yes, we I think this is getting bad tonight. I mean, we're taking I have guys taking headsets off, talking to other people. Now Brokey's talking to Dixon here. You know,
what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
He's a star now too. You know. While we're waiting for the kickoff, you know we need to say a big hello to Oscar Dunai.
Yep.
The Big O. Big O actually called my house. I guess it was last week. Talked to my mother. I wasn't in, but said he enjoys the broadcast. Can't wait to watch, of course, O coming back from that big injury that he had. He's down doing some rehab now down at the end of town here across from the stadium. And gets a chance to watch us on TV. But, I mean, everybody, I shouldn't say, if you know Oscar, everybody knows the Big O. And great football fan, and we're just glad he's able to see the games on a Wednesday. We want to say a big hello to him. He actually enjoyed us. That's what he said. That's a quote.
Really?
Yeah. It was a quote.
He's got to be the only one.
I mean, it was worth giving him $10. You know what I mean? I told you guys, start giving money out. We can get compliments
That's
there.
probably only till he can get back in the stands.
The Big O's a legend in his own time around here, though. He really is. I wish him the best of luck. And I know with his kind of tenacity, he'll be running up and down Oak Street before you know it.
77, Chris Shue will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. More likely than not, we'll go to Kevin Harry, number 25.
You have his angle figured out, huh?
Yep. Kicks away, taken by 25, Kevin Harry on the 16-yard line. And finds some running room to the 21, still on his feet. Hit by Montgomery and 41, Mickey Moroz, to knock him out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Guess you're feeling pretty good about that, aren't you?
Okay. Well, Bowman, if he comes out, what he should do is come out throwing. You'd anticipate that, wouldn't you, Wayne?
Oh, he had a good first half. You have to admit, under the pressure that he's been under, he's hitting some good receivers, some open men.
Going to try the big guy right up the gut. Good run by 33, Jared Mangle, and faked everybody out. Sebas in on the tackle, number 5. Gain of about 8 yards.
Great football name.
Yep.
Huh? Mangle. He's
Mangle.
the fullback, and he's also the inside linebacker. Great football name. That time, you see what they did that time? Loaded everything to the right and ran a quick handoff to the left.
Yep. Going to go just with Mangle in the backfield again. Put Bartosik in motion to the right side. Now Bowman rolls. Big rush from Mike Sinkovich. And this could be a fumble. Could be a fumble. Picked up by Cuff. And this one's going to be run in for a touchdown. Red Tornadoes. Knocked it right out of his hands. Good job by Mike Sinkovich. It looked like a pass from our angle.
It looked like a shovel pass. What I thought he was doing.
I think it was Mike Sinkovich's hit that knocked it out.
In fact, I don't think he saw Mike coming. That was the whole thing. Mike came from the blind side, from the backside, and Mike had a head of steam with him as he was moving up there. And you are right. It did look, when Mike Sinkovich hit him, it looked like it was like a shovel pass to one of the lead backs.
The toughest hit there was the referee got hit twice on that play and knocked down 2 different times.
Timeout called by the Red Tornadoes, I think.
Now we're in that shoe problem again here.
No,
we're one man short.
No, we're a T problem, I think, and one man short. No. Oh, no, it's a shoe problem.
Okay. I'm telling you, we're still in the shoe problems there.
All right.
This shoe thing is, Mike's saying, what's so hard about getting this right? Now he's mad out there now.
There he goes. He's got his shoe now.
He's not happy, though.
Well, we talked about a Velcro.
It's amazing, though, how he has to change his shoe like that. Now we're going to take a timeout with still 10 minutes, 57 seconds, just at the beginning of the second half here.
Well, the shoe was missing.
Yes.
It was a missing
worse
shoe.
than that, he couldn't find the shoe.
Sinkovich ready to kick. Else with the snap. Montgomery with the hold. The kick's up. And it's no good. It looks like it's going way off to the right. Okay.
It is. Yep.
With 10:57 left in the third quarter, the score, Red Tornadoes 27, the Braves 7.
Okay, we now have the shoe guy. Not only that, but now Shoe has to change his shoe too. That was a tough sentence to get out there, but he also has to change his shoes.
Boy, you look over on the Shikellamy side and see maybe about 500 people. Think of the old days when this place was just packed for a Shikellamy Mount
9,000 people paid attendance. 9,600 in fact.
Shoe will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Kick taken by number 25, Kevin Harry, on the 22-yard line. Takes it to the right side of the field. Good open field tackle by number 5.
No.
Nope.
8.
8, Mike Smith.
Number 8, Mikey Smith. Good job by Smitty.
Mike was at the
great job.
Mike was at Supper Club last night. And I'll tell you what, folks. It was the first time I'd met him. And I'll tell you, he is one fabulous individual.
Yes, he is.
He absolutely is. He had a great talk. I mean, he was an engaging young man. He really was somebody to meet. I was glad I finally got a chance to meet him one-on-one last night.
Always on the honor roll and a great shortstop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Going to try the play to Mangle off the left side again. And he's a strong runner. He drugged Daukus for about 4 yards, holding on to his shirt to about the 42-yard line, close to a first down. Number 1, Mike Wojtovich into the game, and they're taking Nick Sebas out.
Which Wojtovich will go in at the cornerback spot. And you always wonder, though, I mean, look at the cast on his hand. I don't know if you get a picture of that when you see him walking by. Look at the size of that thing because it has to be padded and all in order.
Pass, right.
You got to think it's got to be tough when you're trying to break it or intercept the pass even.
Bowman back to pass on the short yardage. Finds Bartossi, catches the ball on the 25-yard line. First down, Braves at the 25-yard line.
I mean, you're looking at a good receiver right there. You know, Kalinowski was in. You couldn't have gotten in better position than that. You know, ball was thrown excellent. It was coming down. It wasn't. It was a lobbing pass, and it came right down into the receiver.
Timing pass.
Yes,
threw
it
it
was.
long before the receiver looked back. 9:34 left in the third quarter. Bowman to Mangle. Tries it off the right side. Doesn't get by number 80, Chris Cuff. Gain of about 3 yards.
Of course, at halftime, nice visit from our good friend Tony Nestico.
Oh, hey, Tone's the man.
The man.
Tone's up here giving us information back and forth in his press box, you know, giving us scores here and there. And, you know, it was a nice word to say about everybody.
Gave us a few precious moments of his time here at halftime.
Bowman, quick drop. Tried to hit number 84 cutting across the middle to his tight end, which is Matt Saylor. Actually, he was a split end on that play.
Yeah, he seldom lines up as a tight end.
Oh, okay.
He looks like a tight end, but he doesn't line up there. He comes in, he's usually the end or split end. Yeah, big, tall, rangy kid. You think you could do a lot with him at some point.
6'1", 161.
So actually 80, is it 88? Is there an 88?
Yeah, Gary Arn.
He's actually going in there as the tight end.
Bowman looks right over the middle, hits the tight end Arn at about the 7-yard line, knocked by Montgomery, but a good reception to the tight end. This Bowman kid's looking pretty good tonight, Warren.
He's not a bad passer at all, and I mean, you're talking about him right there, and boom, he gets the pass, but took a good hit from Montgomery that time. As soon as he caught the ball, he did a good job of holding on to it. But again, the Braves are knocking on the door and really refuse to go away in this football game.
It's just that quick pass that you can't really get a rush on Bowman. Going to try Mangle off the right side, and that doesn't go very far. Goes for about a 1-yard gain. Over in the pile, number 80, Chris Cuff, along with 60, Malachowski.
I tell you what, 88 is 6'1", and they're listing him at 261 pounds. And I'll tell you what, he looks bigger than that.
He does, doesn't he?
To tell you the truth, he's one load for a tight end. I'll say that for him.
8:06 left in the third quarter. Red Tornadoes in the lead, 27-7. Bowman, back to pass. Right over the middle to his fullback, touchdown Braves. 33 with the reception, Mangle, and a good play that time. Brought him right out of the backfield, right down the middle of the field, Warren.
Yeah, absolutely. A well-designed and well-played drive that time for the Braves, and again, proving that they're not going to give up here. Now, they're going to kick for the extra point and go for 1 point, at least it appears that anyway, which would bring them to a 27-14 score. I would have thought maybe they would consider a 2-point here, but not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination, showing some nice offense right now.
Snaps back, Smelts with the kick, it's up.
We're offside.
And it's good.
We're going to have a flag, but they're going to decline it,
I think offsides can be declined, so it'll be a good extra point. Unless someone moved.
I thought it was us.
It's illegal? No, offsides against the Red Tornadoes.
And what are they going to do? Do it again?
Wait, no.
Now
they
might go for
Well, they
2.
didn't call it a dead ball foul, though. I guess it was.
And make him kick it again, though.
No,
I thought that was somewhat odd.
No, I do too.
Once again, we stand here baffled.
Well, we don't know that one. Snaps back, it's down, the kick's up, and it's good. 7:48 left in the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 27, the Braves 14. You know what? He put that one out to the curve of the track.
Oh,
that was a big kick.
He can kick that kid. He really can. He's got his dad's leg.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us. But yeah, he's a good-looking kicker, real smooth motion, Wayne. That's your department. He looks like he knows what he's doing there.
You go back to Chuck. Chuck was a straight-ahead kicker, where the son here is a soccer style, which some arguments over the years of who might, what style might be better, and I personally think that the soccer style has a lot more going for it.
If you can do it.
It's
a trick.
A lot of practice.
Right? Yep.
A lot of practice, that's for sure. Even getting it on the tee is a lot of practice in it there.
I'm not going there. I'm out of this conversation. I'm back here now.
It rolled off twice.
I'm in the game now. Hell, I'm heck with that thing. I'm not going near you guys.
Smeltz approaches the ball.
Oh, offsides by a lot that time, guys.
He was really thinking about it that time. Well, they knew where he was kicking it.
Yeah, he was
going to
kick it to
Montgomery, and they were loaded heavy to that side to come down at Montgomery. This will move it back 5 yards, move it back to the 35-yard line, and Smeltz will have to kick again for the Braves.
Although the way Montgomery's season is going in receiving punts and kickoffs, I don't think I'd kick to him either.
I think his little squibber that he kicked the whole game that got us back to the 45-yard line is the right kick for the Braves.
The safe play,
yep.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
And he really didn't he got like a line drive on that one too, Wayne.
And I was down there quick, you're right.
He approaches the ball slow, and that gets some guys. He was offside again. Tries the squibber, bounces at Steve Sinkovich. Has it on the 36-yard line, and he's tackled there. The initial hit made by number 16, Russ Trez. First down, Red Tornadoes.
Actually not a bad play with Shikellamy that time.
Nope.
Right.
Kind of nullifies any big play you got going. And you get the ball, I mean, you're at the 37, so you got a little better field position than you'd like, but it's kind of a trade-off whether you want to kick it deep or you want to give it a little bit of field position, hope you can hold.
I formation for the Red Tornadoes. Tries Steve Sinkovich up the middle. Big hit that time by is it that a linebacker, number 60? 60 in on the tackle for the Braves.
60's Ripple, isn't
Ripple. They have him listed as a defensive end, but I don't think he's playing at the defensive end position.
Let's see where he lines up at. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Right tackle?
Yeah.
Right tackle.
He's actually at a tackle.
Yeah, he's at a tackle right now.
Option play, Sebas running with the ball. And good gain. Gain of about 8 yards that time, close to a first down to the 47-yard line. That time the option play run very well.
Right, and he kept it.
Yep.
The good thing was he kept it live the whole time, always making the other guy cover in case he were to pitch it at the last moment. So that's exactly the way you want to see the option run.
And again, that's a tough play, running an option, because you're running it, in this case here, where the ball was to the short side of the field. It's not to the wide side of the field where you have some running room and some pitch area that you can get your halfback out into the right position.
Timeout for a measurement here.
I mean, real close where they spotted him. I think he's going to come up short.
It looked like they wanted to just maybe use the chains to spot the ball.
Yeah.
You could see the refs talking it over, and I think that's what they did. Good call. Good move by the refs.
Yeah.
6:40 left in the third quarter.
I got to sit down, guys. I'm getting older now. Jeepers. Well, you're already sitting down, Wayne. Don't even look at me. You've been sitting down now since the second half began.
Third down and about 6 inches to go for the Red Tornadoes. Come up to the line of scrimmage. They put a nose guard in this time. Go to Bailey. First down. Red Tornadoes at the 49-yard line. Good call that time. Good blocking by Chris Cuff there, the tight end. Also on the right side of the Red Tornado, Malachowski, Mike Sinkovich.
Again, it was a good call. If you take a look at everything we've done this season, third and short, third and one, we're looking at quarterback sneak all the time.
And they pulled a nose guard in. They pulled a couple people in.
They pulled everybody into the center, and we run to the right.
Sebas, quick pass. In the flat to Josh Paracella. Gain of 7 yards, and Paracella finally comes back into a game, does a great job.
Yep. And you know what? You know what the best part of that play was? He tried to split the two of them, and he almost did it. He was pretty well covered. He saw two guys converge, and he just turned sideways and slid between the two of them.
Good hands by Parasol.
Yes.
We've been seeing it. We saw a lot in the Nanaco
Well,
game.
it's Ernie's thumbs.
Yep.
We talked about that before. I mean, those thumbs are just, they can catch anything. Anything that comes within 5 yards, they're in. And Ernie's been trying to keep his thumbs a secret for some reason or another.
Bale. Oh, this is Veach. Finds a hole on the left side. Oh, flags on the play. And this is still going.
Touchdown.
Cuts it back. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. They're going to have a holding call. The whole Red Tornado line is standing at the 40-yard line. You see it, Wade?
Yep. Good play by Veach, though. Really was
Yeah.
a great run by Veach that time.
I'll tell you what, that's the first time in a while that you see Jonathan explode right from the snap of the ball, right through the line. That hole opened up so quick, and he was through
wow,
it.
what a run.
And I think that it took the defense by surprise, showing the speed that he does have. He was already 10, 15 yards downfield when they reacted.
There's the dog Evans on the sideline right there. He's still thinking about getting in on that defense right there, Warren.
I'll tell you the truth. I don't want to know what he's thinking during the game.
Good blocking
on
the left side that time with Daukus and Vogler on the initial hole to get them through. Second down, 20 yards. No, second down, 8 yards to go. Sebas going to take it on the bootleg. Big hole, finds a lot of running room, now turns the burners on. He'll never catch him. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. What a run. He outran number 31.
Yeah.
He just turned it on, and Sean Purdy had no clue what just flew by him.
That speed was scary that time, guys.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw a student body like that?
That was a full student body, right.
You're right. With the quarterback keeping like that, and it was just excellent blocking. You see the halfbacks and the fullback, and you go out and you see the wedge, and all of a sudden you see everything just blow wide open for Nick to go through.
We've seen bootlegs.
Oh, yeah.
Naked.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the first with the big student body opening it up for him.
And we go for the 2 points on the conversion here, folks.
Going to go with the power backfield here. No, we're just going with split backs. Sebas rolls, looks in the corner of the end zone at Cuff. Oh, off his fingertips. The points are no good. 4:40 left in the third quarter. 33-14, Red Tornadoes in the lead. I'll tell you, Sebas had that one there. He had the receiver very close to Cuff, and he put it right to Cuffy's hands.
Well, you know what it is. The tight end's getting tired of catching all the passes now. Good-looking play that time, though, it really was. That's as well executed as you can get, and that's what will always come down to, folks, when you watch football on any level, they're always going to tell you speed kills. Well, that's why it does, because that kid had a clear shot. He was there to make the tackle, and it's like there's like an extra gear there in Sebas, and he stepped it up to that gear, and he was, boom, gone.
Shoe kicking off for the Red Tornadoes. Covered by Harry Klein on the 20-yard line. Breaks it to the right side of the field. Josh Parasella hanging on to him at the 35. Good tackle by Parasella.
Josh Parasella was a bullet going in that time.
I guess Shuey thinks that Klein's going to get it right one of these times. You just kick to him every time.
Shikellamy, look over in the sidelines. The Braves have brought a pretty big traveling squad with them.
And a big traveling. I mean, size-wise. I mean, they've quite a few big boys over there standing on the sidelines.
Bowman puts Bartosik in motion. Rolls to his right side. Pitches on the option to Shively. Big hit from 47, Steve Sinkovich.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Oh, my God, Steve Sinkovich. That's three or four unbelievable hits. I mean, you just see that kid stop dead. I mean, it was as somebody shot him when he went around the side. Oh, my goodness. What linebacker played tonight from Sinkovich? Jeevers.
Second down, 12 yards to go. 3:57 left in the third quarter.
I get excited with big hits like that.
Bowman looks over across the middle. In and out of the hands of number 84, Matt Saylor.
He's hit Saylor in the hands about 5 times tonight. Sooner or later, he's going to have to catch that one because they're going to stop throwing to him pretty soon if he doesn't bring the ball in.
Either that or they better start Bartosik running those routes.
I mean, Saylor is running a route where he's right inside the seam, and the ball is always there. Now, not perfect, but always there for him.
And it's catchable.
And he's yet to bring the ball in. So,
you know, like they say, you know, the ball hits you in the hands, you should catch it.
Bowman straight drop back, big rush from Mike Sinkovich, and this one
that was low. That's 25 was the intended receiver, but that was a low pass that time. He would have had a tough time catching that. The Braves go 3 and out here, something I'm sure they did not want to happen to them with 3:27 remaining in the third quarter.
Punt formation for the Braves. Gary Aaron will punt, and deep for the Red Tornadoes, number 5, Sebas, and 21, Montgomery. Snaps back. Big booming kick. Hits on the 38-yard line, bounces backwards to about the 43-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
They were waiting it down, and I think you're supposed to jump on that baby when it's going the opposite way as soon as you can.
'67, Jason Wojtowicz into the game, and 59, Aaron Geary at the left and right guard, respectively. Malachowski and Vogler stay in at the tackles. Tries Bailey, good run, finds a hole, and gets to the 42-yard line. Shoestring tackle made by 33, Jared Mangle.
I'll tell you what, take a look at Bailey carrying the ball in this game and in the last game. And all the way back to the Marion game. You know, he hasn't fumbled the ball at all since, I guess, the first, around the Schmoking game or so. And the reason, he's going through there and he's protecting the ball with both hands now going through that line.
63, Mike Ravito into the game, also at left tackle. Bailey off the left side. Gain of about 3 yards to the 39-yard line.
We're seeing a Mount Carmel area tradition now with still 2 minutes and 15 seconds in the third quarter. A lot of players seeing action here as the game's still not settled, really. You're seeing 2 and 3 different new players on the offensive line as we open up this series.
Second down, 8 yards to go. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Veach. Oh, big hit by 66. We'll catch him there sooner or later. Gain of about 3 yards. Third down, 6 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. 66 it was on the tackle. Josh Wyson. Sebas with Sinkovich and Bailey now in the backfield. Veach and Paracella split far right. Hits Veach. Going for the first down, and he gets it, I think, at about the 26-yard line.
Good play that time.
Yeah, when the ref picks the ball up like that, it's a first down.
You see it now. You're seeing a little bit difference in John now. As compared to the first half, though. Now he's putting the head down and he's going at it. And I'll tell you, with his speed and strength, you're going to be really surprised at things that are going to open up for him when he gets headed downfield. It really is. He's running really with authority here in the second half.
Inside handoff to Veach. Finds an opening to the 5 and tackled right about at the 5-yard line. Tackle made by number 31. Sean Purdy, and that was a good inside play and
inside
some nifty blocking from the 2 guards with Wojtowicz and Geary, and then also the center Jonathan Else. They have to hold their blocks a little longer in an inside sally like that.
It's
a trap block.
Trap block.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And try Sinkovich off the right side to about the 3-yard line.
Ended a quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score, Red Tornadoes 33 and the Braves 14.
As we were talking about Supper Club, of course, the Blue Mountain game coming up for the Supper Club, and we're down to the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Of course, Supper Club continues into the playoffs, as always. We expect a long run in the playoffs, as we always do. But I think the Supper Club of the North Schuylkill game, the one following the North Schuylkill game, was a fabulous one. A lot of questions. There were so many things happening in the game, and Coach was absolutely fantastic in answering all the questions and giving us a little bit of insight into some of the things that maybe we didn't see or didn't understand that was happening as the game went on, and talked at length about the overtime and how we prepare for an overtime game. So it was really interesting.
Tries Sinkovich off the left side and gets down close to the 1 yard line.
Of course, as the season winds down and you start preparing for the playoffs, Supper Club becomes even more interesting with all the little intricacies that are going on in the district play, and starting to see, of course, Phil Gergen keeps us apprised of which teams to look for and which teams look like they're going to go into their district and who's favored and who's got the most points and stuff like that. So really, if you want the pulse of Mount Carmel area football, you're going to see it on a Thursday night at Matucci's.
Sinkovich off the left side, touchdown, Red Tornadoes. .11:21 left in the ball game. The score, Red Tornadoes 39, the Braves 14.
Kick for 1 point here, guys. I guess we have the shoe thing and all figured out since we're all kind of copacetic here for the extra point.
Else with the long snap, Montgomery the hold. It's down, the kick's up. And it's good. With 11:21 left, the score, Red Tornadoes 40, the Braves 14.
Give us a chance to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that this is WKMC TV, Mount Carmel Area Sports. We broadcast to you over, there you see a shot of the fire truck and
up on the hill,
the wall at the hill. We broadcast to you over a microwave signal, microwave signal.
You wascally
WXL 267. We are, of course, an instructional fixed television service. You catch us every Wednesday night, 8 p.m., Channel 13 in the Service Electric Cable System. And again, I remind you, if you want to watch WKMC TV live every day at 7:30 on a regular school day, tune in, Channel 13, the same as this one, and you will see live announcements and the morning news and get all the gossip about what's going on at Mount Carmel Area High School for that day.
Very good.
No, that wasn't good. I almost never got the microwave part of it out. Almost had to give up on that one. There's the shoe, guys. Wait, there's the shoe we talked about on the monitor there.
Oh, okay,
the famous shoe that we
shoe.
And the T there. So that's a good shot that time.
Chris Shue kicks off. Opposite direction, taken by Bartosik. And good open field tackle made.
35. No, Veach.
25, Jonathan Veach.
Jonathan Veach. I think Jonathan, if you look at him on the kickoff, is the safety man.
Yeah,
I think probably because of his speed and everything else, he sort of holds back a little bit.
.11:09 left in the ball game. Bowman's going to throw. Looks at Bartosik. Going down the sideline. Great coverage by Mike Wojtovich.
He caught it.
What a great catch.
He caught it.
What a great catch by Mark Bartosik. Wow.
I don't know how that happened. I know Wojtovich doesn't know how it happened either.
Well, I think it was hard for Mike to get his hand up, though. He got the cast to try to knock it away, but that's tough.
You can't get any better position than that. I mean, you can't do anything more than he did right on that play.
First down, Braves. Tries the mangle, still on his feet. And finished off by 60, Malakowski.
Originally hit by Steve Sinkovich, Mike Sinkovich, Rusty Lashinsky in the backfield, and he still picked up 3 yards.
Second down, 7 yards to go. The ball's right about on the 18-yard line. 10:18 left in the game. Trips right for the Braves. Bartosik, the middleman, number 11. Bowman's going to roll. Looks back across the middle.
Ooh.
Did he hit Bartosik? Yep, got
Yes, he
Bartosik
did.
at the 4-yard line. Nice pass. You could see that one coming.
Yep.
I think we figured out who his main receiver is as of tonight,
Right.
since we didn't know at the
I was
beginning.
confused about it. I'm going to go on a limb and say that Bartosik is the guy that we talked about here, number 11. He's really had a fine night.
Yes, he
He's
has.
really a good-looking receiver. He catches anything close to him. He really does. He's the kind of guy every quarterback loves.
Bowman, 1st and goal from the 4. He's going to roll. He's going to throw into the corner of the end zone and over the head of number 88, Aaron. 2nd down, goal to go.
He had the big man out there.
Well, they're in the red zone here. They have to make it happen here, though. Schick has been stopped, I think, twice down in here, and they got to try something different.
Well, I think going with the big man at the tight end, of course, we don't see that very often.
Right.
Coming against us. In fact, very few high school teams are actually big tight end people.
Right.
They don't usually
And
throw to the tight end.
267 pounds is big tight end.
Watch number 11, Bartosik, on this play. Bowman, nope, they're going to try it to the big fullback, and he doesn't get it. He gets about a 1-yard gain. Lashinsky there, Dowka's on the pile. Also 58, Mike Sinkovich, 54, Jeff Evans. Good gang tackling by the Red Tornado.
He actually should have went outside and stayed there instead of he stutter stepped when he got around, and he should have just kept on moving. Once he stutter stepped, it was all over for him. 3rd down and 2 now on the goal line, 2 for a touchdown.
They bring Chris Shue in place of Rusty Lashinsky.
Bringing the beef in.
Bowman looks at Bartosik in the corner. Touchdown, Braves. What a great play, great pass. Why you don't go to Bartosik on 1st down is beyond me.
Yeah.
Number 10, Smeltz will come in to attempt the extra point.
When you see this Brave team, the way they've just played here, and the way that you wonder how they haven't had more wins over the season.
And especially the passing attack. The Bartholomew is just. I would like to see the statistics at the end of the game here. It's a shame we won't be able to get them on the air, but I know if you take a look at the Marion game, we held. In the Marion game, the quarterback to 170 or 159.
174 yards.
74 yards. And here's Bartholomew again, just throwing all over. Bartosik is just doing an excellent job in receiving and running some great patterns here,
Smeltz's kick was good, so the score 40-21. Red Tornadoes in the lead. 8:38 left in the game.
I don't know if you mentioned it there, Warren, but one of the biggest fans of Mount Carmel area high school, standing right here with us, and that's Tony Nestico.
I've already talked about him.
Have you really? I know, and he doesn't believe you.
I'm not giving him any more airtime. The heck with him.
Okay, all right.
He's hurt me now.
Oh, really?
I'm hurt. Yep.
Hurt? Okay.
Smeltz sets the ball up, and I'll tell you what, the way he just teed it up, Wayne, he's going with an onside kick.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope we picked it up. I think we did. He kicks it on the onside. Into Rusty Lashinsky's hand, and he covered it on the 46-yard line. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Good job by Lashinsky.
I'll tell you what, it was a nice play on Rusty's part. Those types of kicks are very unusual and very difficult to handle because the kicker is kicking the top of the ball. And as soon as the ball hits the ground the first time, it's already spinning end over end. The second time, you don't know where the ball's going to end up. So, and it's very tough. Rusty did an excellent job in covering that ball.
8:30 left in the ball game. Sebas hands off to Steve Sinkovich. Big hole off the left side. 1st down at the 40-yard line of the Braves.
They didn't catch him by his jersey, he would have scored.
You're right. 33 grabbed him, and then Steve still drug him about 5 yards.
Yeah, but if he wouldn't have had a hold of his jersey, he could have went into the end zone.
Oh, we see Mangle do that a couple times tonight.
Yeah, just get that
saw him
reach
grab
out.
Bailey
You know
once
what
by the shirt.
that's called self-defense because the person's behind you on the other side of you when you're reaching out. That's not a tackle there,
Sinkovich right up the middle. Still on his feet, still moving. and he's tackled. Oh, no, he isn't. That was the whole line going in front of him. He's tackled after about a 3-yard gain.
Had me full, too.
I saw the whole line going. I thought he was in the middle of that
He's in the middle of that group going there.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Ball's on the 37-yard line. Lentini now in a quarterback. Hands off to Bailey. And he tripped and stumbled a little and gets down to about the 36-yard line. 26, Ronnie Lentini's a freshman, and he's now the backup quarterback with Wojtovich hurt, so he's in here getting a little playing time with some of the...
What's he wearing on his feet? Boots? That's a fashion statement going there, whatever that is. What are they? Just dark socks or what?
I don't know.
I got to ask him that one. I haven't seen anybody wear anything like that for a long time. Especially at quarterback. I got to check this out from him.
Oh, fumble on the play, recovered by Lentini at the 39-yard line.
You'll have that with a new quarterback. That's the way it works.
A little bit of jitters. Your feet are moving back, trying to get out of the way first.
Yeah, that was him. He had moved away before he had the ball. The center had the ball up exactly where he usually does. But that's why he's in there. Get those little jitters out, get that stuff under your belt and ready to play ball. But I got to definitely find out what he's wearing down there.
Punt formation for the Red Tornadoes. Montgomery with the long snap. Sinkovich with the kick. Snaps back, rolls it. Sinkovich's feet. He gets it. Gets the kick away. Good job by Sinkovich to get the kick away. And bounces about the 22-yard line. First down and 10, Braves.
Well, there's probably no one better in the league right now than Sinkovich for picking the dribbler up and kicking it. He's gotten more practice at kicking the dribbler than any one kicker of the 11 team or 10 teams we play. He's a professional at that.
Now some changes in the Red Tornado defense. 51, Jeff Karpinski comes in. 88, Jake Shellhammer into the game.
Number 54, Jeff Evans is still in there. 29, Paracella's out on the right-hand side.
Bowman at Bartosik, covered by Paracella. Good job by little Josh covering him that time. He's got about 4 inches difference on Bartosik, and good job by Paracella.
And we got number 25, Jonathan Veach, over here on the left-hand side. .37, Pete Avellino.
He's in at the strong safety position. Second down, 10 yards to go, 5:15 left in the ball game. Bowman back to pass, looks over the middle, hits the big tight end. Oren runs over somebody at about the 43-yard line and tackled by Paracella at the 49. I think that was Jake Shellhammer. He went right over the top.
Paracella, you know what, though? Went right in his ankle.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, went right to the ankle.
He
I don't care how big he is, he was coming down. I'll tell you what, he's a runaway truck when he gets into the loose, this big guy. Yeah, Paracella went right at his ankles, and boom, he went down like a tree.
First down and 10, Braves, 4:41 left in the game. On the fly pattern at number 25, Kevin Harry, and good coverage that time by Jonathan Veach.
25 was covering 25 on that play. Now, the last 2 passes were probably 2 of the worst ones he's thrown all evening. Both of those passes were not as well as he's been throwing. He's had a pretty good night. He really has. Bowman's a sharp-looking quarterback.
Yes, he is.
Is he a senior? Or are we going to see this guy again? Where's he
We're
at?
checking that for you right now. He's a senior.
Okay. Well, then we're
Nope,
lucky.
he's a junior.
Okay, we're
5'10", 153-pound junior.
Then
Sorry.
we're going to see him again.
The S was for safety, not senior. Bowman back again. Big rush this time by the Red Tornadoes. Good job.
Steve Sinkovich in there, and I think 51. 54, Jeff Evans.
The dog, as you call him.
The dog.
The dog. The dog. I don't know why that fits him somehow.
I'm not sure where it came from.
He's a good man.
Third down, 20 yards to go, 3:55 left on the clock. Red Tornadoes in the lead, 40-21. Bowman again. He's looking at Bartosik. Big rush from Jeff Evans. Lands him back on about the 33-yard line.
What a rush that time. I mean, you're not throwing any passes under that kind of pressure.
Well, anytime he had to throw downfield, most of the time he had to throw downfield, he had that rush on him tonight. Fourth down. The ball's on the 33-yard line. Aaron in punt formation. Kicks away. Veach and Paracella are deep. Taken by Veach on the 39-yard line. Just breaks it straight up the sidelines. Still on his feet. Jonathan Veach will run this back. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. He did what you said, Warren. He put his head down. He didn't put his head down, but he just ran in the right downfield.
Yeah, he is.
Good job by Jonathan Veach.
He was negating his speed up until the second half here.
That's right.
Just use it and go, Jonathan. You're seeing what kind of athlete he really is. Fabulous run back.
And you saw that in unfortunately, that holding play that went to the left side over here in the third period. And you saw what the speed
Gary did. Oh, wait, guys, hold on a minute. Tresker took a hit during the touchdown.
I hope
run,
we have
folks.
it.
I'm trying to. I don't know if we have that on film, Joe. Do we see that?
Oh, the extra point attempt was blocked, I think.
We don't know if we had it on film. Now he's okay, folks. He's up and alive and all, but for some reason the rest of this group is hoping against hope that they have this on film. But he was caught in the wash as it came by him, and that's you ever see on a TV where you see your cameraman go down? Ours went down during that, but he is still giving you great pictures down there. So Gary took one for the team that time.
2:47 left in the ballgame. The score: Red Tornadoes 46. The Braves 21.
You can see how vicious this crew is. I mean, they stopped covering the touchdown as soon as he went down. Do we get a shot of that? We have a shot of that.
And the funny part about it, they all pointed and laughed.
This is a tough crew here, I'll tell you.
He's limping a little.
The big man, he's up though. Well, the first thing he's noticing is that he's got a grass stain. He's going to have a hard time explaining that one when he gets home. He's thinking, how did this happen? But he's up, he's alive. And you notice his two grips, the two guys down there on the cable.
They left him.
That's right. They were smart. They saw it coming. They were nowhere near him when he went down. That's what I like about those guys. Nothing dumb about those two.
Chris Shue kicking off for the Red Tornadoes.
I think we were offside.
Ball taken by 25, Kevin Harry, but flags on the play.
Chris finally gets one down to the 15, and we're offside.
He gets his best shot of the evening, and we went offside on it. Band down there making some noise right now, guys. We didn't talk much about the band, but doing their usual great job. Of course, Bernie Nesco and his crew, and putting on some great halftime shows when we go away, and the pregame when we're home here. And of course, their competition. They're in competition season now, so they're putting their usual 12-hour days in.
And thanks to the many volunteers in that organization, there are so many people that give up their time.
Fumble. Kevin Harry fumbles the ball on a big hit from O'Brien. Also in there, 27, Matt Van Doren.
We talked about that in earlier years. I guess the band parents is probably the most focused, intense booster group of the whole school.
Right.
I mean, they're a year-round. I mean, every time you see them, they're doing something. They are really a focused booster group, and you cannot say enough about the time and effort that not only band kids do, but what their parents have to put in to keep that band moving.
2:10 left on the clock. Schick's going to try it off the left side, finds a lot of running room, and knocked out of bounds by 88 Shellhammer.
Yeah, Parasola got him slowed up and twisted, and Shellhammer shellacked him as he got to the sideline.
1:52 left on the clock. Number 8 in at quarterback, Brandon Latshaw. Latshaw hands off. Oh, good tackle. Oh, Paracella got in the way of Mike Moyer. First down at about the 30-yard line.
That's what we said about Paracella. You know, no matter how large the fullback or the halfback is coming at him, he puts his head down and he's looking to take the hit or give the hit, one or the other.
Well, when he brought 88 down, that showed me something right there.
You're right.
Took him head on.
Oh, movement. Latshaw hands off. Shoe misses him in the backfield. And Moyer goes for about a 2-yard gain.
That was really Shoe that made that play, though. He completely turned him when he out of the hole that time. And then he just ran into the rest of the group then.
Number 10, Mike Powell in the lineup.
We got Powell and Smith in at the same time. So it would be safe to say that this is one of our lighter lineups at the moment with those two guys. Lightning fast, but definitely light.
Latshaw, they're going to let him throw. No, he's going to bootleg outside. Still on his feet, going down the sidelines and knocked out of bounds by Shikellamy.
Perfect tackle by Shikellamy. The clock continues to run, so he didn't get out of bounds. It stops at 3.8 seconds. I guess Shikellamy called a timeout today, or why did the clock stop? Is that a first down?
I think they're
first down, move the change.
But they might have called timeout too.
If they start the clock, the game's going to be over. They're not going to line up in time.
Here he goes. Let's see what the ref does right here. Oh, he got out of bounds.
Yeah,
he got out
if
of bounds.
he went out of bounds, the clock ran an awful long time.
Yes, it did.
That means that's a Mount Carmel clock.
Okay. Ran an awful long time on that play.
It's been uniquely running a little different tonight, we've noticed. Latshaw kept it. Mickey Morose finishes this game and makes a nice tackle at the 18-yard line. Good job by Mickey. That's the ball game. The score, Red Tornadoes 46, the Shikellamy Braves 21. Sort of what we expected.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, definitely was, as the teams meet down at the center of the field.
Guess we got to get over here.
Oh, we have. That's who it was. It was Kurt Schneck working the clock. So I think Kurt was doing a job for us there tonight, just keeping that clock running. How about it, Warren?
I don't want to know what those two guys are doing. I just know that both of them are going to end up in jail one of these days. Between the two of them. So a big win, of course, for the Red tonight. A game which frankly had the coaching staff a little scared. Weren't sure what they were going to see tonight. And yeah, it was kind of a slow-paced game compared to what we had seen. We were sloppy in the first half on both sides of the ball, I think. We tuned it up in the second half, though. I think everybody kind of got their helmets on tighter and played a pretty good second half, and they got to be pleased with that. One of the things you always look for in the end of the season is nobody got hurt, so we didn't see any injuries that we know of. You look down the line, of course, Blue Mountain Eagles come in for the final time. That storied rivalry will end because Blue Mountain wants to play a AAA schedule and cannot afford to come down with us for a couple of years. We start to look at the district guys. We are now in line, if we win the remainder of our football games, Blue Mountain and Simmons Grove, if Montoursville were to continue to win their final two games, and they are predicted that they will, we will finish the number 2 seed in District 4, which would bring us a home game, first of all. We would play the number 3 seed. Now, that's where it gets more complicated. South Williamsport looks like a lock for the number 3 seed, but we can't be sure what they're going to do.
Right.
Okay? After South Williamsport, now we're bouncing around with Lewisburg. Central Columbia is bouncing in and out, and still they have a couple of tough games. So the 4th seed, we don't know. We're almost sure that it will be Montoursville. We're almost sure that we're going to be the 2nd seed. So that's the way it's shaping up right now. And of course, anything can happen in 2 games, but it looks like we're going to be favored at least to win the next 2 games. And hopefully we're about to look down the field with Jose, guys.
We are actually
going to get our act together and get the stats going. So as soon as he's ready.
I'm sorry we missed you at halftime.
That was our fault, pal.
No, we weren't sure we were going to do 2 or not, but we just did this one. Anyway, for Shikellamy tonight, and really an impressive night for them throwing the ball, I think they've exploited our weakness if there is a weakness with our football team, and they really took advantage of it. 13 for 25 for 100. I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm on the wrong page. They were 14 for 28 for 203 yards passing.
There we go.
Boy, more than Marion.
More than Marion. Yeah, Marion was like 186 or something like that.
Right.
So they really did a heck of a job. Rushing 22 for 63 yards. So you're looking at 266 yards of offense tonight for Shikellamy, and that's really quite an impressive showing. We were equally as impressive, though, running the ball. We had 41 attempts for 257 yards, and I think that's one of our better performances this year, at least back since Panther Valley or Tamaqua. Throwing 5 of 11 for 57. That gives us 314 yards of total offense, which is equally as impressive, and 15 first downs. Stevie Sinkovich, 17 carries, 86 yards tonight, a real nice effort. Nick Sebas, 8 for 93. Al Bailey, 9 for 43. Jonathan Veach, 5 for 38. Special teams again. Montgomery's punt return. Johnny Veach's punt return. An interesting thing about Johnny, if you remember back to the Nanaco game, I believe, where he returned a kickoff, it was the first one he ever touched in his career. Took it back 92 yards. Tonight, this was the first punt he ever touched. Went back 64 for a touchdown.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
No, I mean, because he didn't have any punt returns all year. It was his first one, so I don't know if there's anybody else in school history that has ever touched the football the first time in a kickoff and a punt and returned them for touchdowns. At least to me, that was, at least I think that's the situation. I have to look back at some of my stuff, but to my best of my recollection, I don't think anybody else has done it. All in all, a nice performance. Do you guys get a little nostalgic looking at Mr. Smeltz out there tonight?
Yes, we did.
Definitely.
Yeah, we talked about him.
30 years ago, right here, 1967, 3-0.
Yep.
I think it was either a 37 or 43-yard field goal to win a football game and a Southern Division championship. So it was sort of nostalgic in a way. Not the same type of crowd or the same atmosphere, but nonetheless, good football game.
Well, they had
Jose,
9,000 people there for that
over
game.
9,000 paid.
9616,
Yeah.
Right.
I think, the official highest ever paid attendance at Mount Carmel. Yeah, that's the game.
Yep. Definitely,
game.
and we were hoping when we saw the name, when we saw him warming up, we said, "Oh gosh, we hope it doesn't come down to a Smeltz kick to end this game tonight." And the thing is, one thing we talked about the Shikellamy team. You said we haven't done what we did back to the Panther Valley and Tamaqua games, but it was a little better team. I mean, this team, Jose, had played Danville really tough. 32-27 was the score with Danville. It was early in the season, but it was still
right.
a good game.
I think it's one of the better Shikellamy teams that we've seen in the last couple of years, at least since Whitey's been coaching here. I think it's been a pretty decent football team.
Bowman, the quarterback, will be back. Bowman's coming back. He is only a junior, so he'll be back.
He's a nice quarterback, Robert. He was able to pick out his guys, and somehow they were getting some openings over the middle. And we were confused, or somebody wasn't doing the right thing tonight, but we're going to have to work on that a little bit. Nice game.
Yeah, well, I think all around it, so we talked about it being a little sloppy in the first half, but they seemed to tighten things up a lot in the second half and played a pretty good game in the second half, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, you're right.
So we look forward to some good things. We're talking about Blue Mountain coming in, of course, the ending of a storied series there, as they will leave us, and we'll pick up a new team in their position. I believe Wyalusing, Jose, is coming in that spot. So
I don't think anybody would be upset next week if we scored 100 on Blue Mountain.
That's right.
For doing what they're going to do to us, And,
well, not only to us, but to the Anthracite Football League.
Right.
It's to the whole
2
league.
years of existence, and it's gone. Hopefully we'll find somebody else to take their place and continue with the league. It's a shame because I think it's a nice football league, but they evidently think they're better or want to play all AAA and get into the other league, and that's their business.
That's right. Well, that's about it from the Silver Bowl. We'll be back with that game, Blue Mountain and the Red Tornadoes, next week. This has been Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
Wayne Brokenshire.
And down on the field,
Jose Gonzalo.
saying good night.